Red Voyager News, splashing the check-in. Thank you for tuning in. Before I get into this article right here, I want to take the time out to promote my buymeacoffee.com page. If you would like to support the channel, you like the content that's being posted on this YouTube channel here, you could click the link in the description box below and you will be redirected towards this page right here where you can donate. You don't have to sign up to donate. All you do is just come right over here, click on the support tab, and you can quote unquote buy me a coffee. The minimum amount you can donate is $5. If you want to donate more, that would be much appreciated. If you're interested in knowing how foreigners and are treated traveling abroad in Asia, Canada, South America, Europe, Africa, if you would like to know what it's like, traveling or living abroad, you can become a member, $8 a month. Now let's get into it, okay? Facebook reportedly fired 52 employees who were caught spying on users. Okay, so they took two different examples. They took two different cases out of the people they fired. One guy, he was on vacation with a woman and they got into an argument. So she decided, you know what, I'm just going to separate myself from you and calm down. So she decided to go to another hotel and stay there for the night just to get away from each other. Things were escalating. They just needed to cool off. He decided as a Facebook engineer that he was going to hack into her Facebook and find out her location, based on where she was going through her Facebook. Okay. So he found the hotel she was at. He went over to the hotel and confronted her some more. Okay. There was another case where a guy, he had a romantic interest in a woman that he had never met in real life before. He was just stalking her on Facebook. So he used his little engineering skills to hack into her Facebook to find out where her and her friends were going to meet up on a particular day. And he met up with them. And I don't know if he approached them or whatever, but he was there in the same area where she was. All right. Then you got a list of other guys who got fired that were just stalking women on Facebook, looking at deleted photos, private messages, DMs, finding out where they lived, but they never confronted them. They never met up with them. And they all got fired. Okay. And, Mark Zuckerberg, did Mark Zuckerberg say this? A representative of Facebook said, we've always had zero tolerance for abuse and have fired every single employee ever found to be improperly accessing data. And that's it's a key word right there, improperly accessing data, a Facebook spokesperson said in a statement, excuse me. Since 2015, we've continued to strengthen our employee training, abuse detection, and prevention protocols. We're also continuing to reduce the need for engineers to access some types of data as they work to build and support our services. So improperly accessing data, that's the key word right there. So they still access data. All of these apps that you download on your phone itself, it's collecting data. These are data mining devices. Okay. Data mining app. They could use it for whatever. A lot of people have gotten arrested. A lot of people have lost their lives because of somebody accessing their data through an app. Okay. It's not the fact that these employees, these engineers access data. You just access data that we didn't approve of. And anybody with those type of skills, even if you don't even work for Facebook, could pretty much do the same thing. With something like Facebook, a lot of people have Facebook. I think it's one of the most downloaded apps on the app marketplace, right? Let me look right now. So on my phone, it shows that in the marketplace, Facebook has been downloaded over 5 billion times. So billions and billions and billions of people around the world. They say that there's only, a little over 7 billion people on the planet. Like 72%, according to just this phone right here, Okay. Over 72% of people around the world have Facebook. They can access anybody at any given point in time. Now, I don't have Facebook. I don't really care for Facebook at all. It's just not the type of social media app that I want to use. I had it at one point in time, but I deleted it like 5 or 6 years ago. Seriously. And since, I promoted my Buy Me a Coffee page where I'm talking about traveling and living abroad in different countries. I live in Taiwan. I've been living in Asia for 7 years now. A lot of people look at you crazy if you don't have a Facebook. They look at you like, huh? I'm like, okay, where I'm from, Facebook is almost a thing in the past. Almost. And just because you don't have Facebook, does that mean that, apps on your phone aren't collecting data? No, of course, they're collecting data. Okay. But just be careful because, with Facebook, especially when you have like a huge network of people that you follow, because it's all about friendships. It's not about, who you're following and who's following you. It's, if somebody's your friend, it's all about friendship. So you both have to connect with each other, and they do have a following functionality on Facebook as well. But, Facebook, they require you to, you got to scan in your ID. You have to show your ID, your email, your phone number, your real name, show where you're from, what high school you went to, who your friends are, what are they talking about, have you met up with them, what type of conversations are you guys having? People have access to all of that. Whereas like Instagram and Twitter, no, I don't really follow everybody that I grew up with since kindergarten. I mainly follow a bunch of celebrities that, a handful of celebrities that I like. I don't have to give up my real name. Of course, you got to give up. It's going to give up your location and your email address. And there are engineers that can hack into your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever social media platforms you have. But I always say, man, be careful of what you post on the internet. Screen everybody that follows you, screen everybody that wants to become your friend. Because you never know. The thing is somebody might not look like a hacker, but you never know. That person that's following you or that's trying to become your friend, they might be a hacker. Whenever you go out, look over your shoulder to see if anybody's following you. One of the cases which I'll highlight it right here. This part right here, this paragraph. In another case, an engineer reportedly used FaceBack data to find out that a woman he was romantically interested in regularly visited Dolores Park in San Francisco, then used the information to go there and find her with her friends. I just talked about that earlier. That is crazy as hell. A man used his computer science hacking skills to find out where a woman was so that he could pull up on her and her friends. And in his mind, it's like, well, I already know so much about her. I know, what she's like. I know what she's interested in. I already know that she's single. I know that she has a dog. I know that this is her favorite movie. I know what she did last week. I know what who she's meeting up with right now. I know her friends' names. So it's like he's pulling up like, okay, I know everything there is to know about my crush because I've been following her for months. I've been reading all of her messages. I've looked over a lot of her deleted photos. I know the guys that she used to deal with. I know her friends. I know everything about her. In his mind, it's like, okay, this is a walk in the park. I could pretend to like what she likes and just bring up all the things that she's ever talked about in her DMs. And I could show like, hey, we're just alike. We're two peas in a pod. Yeah, we'll work out. I know your likes. I know your dislikes. And I could pretend that we have the same interest in certain things. That is crazy. Okay. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, share this video. I'm over and I'm out. Please support the channel. Leave a donation. Link is in the description box below for the Buy Me a Coffee page. I'm over and I'm out. Peace.